Welcome to Western Wisconsin Journal. You're watching the art segment. I'm Bobby Pominville, and I'm the coordinator of this show. And I have a wonderful show planned for today. I hope you enjoy it. First, I want to welcome Dr. Kris Tjornehoj, my friend and used to be colleague. And she is a professor at University of Wisconsin River Falls. She is a conductor of the St. Croix Valley Symphony Orchestra. You may have heard about that. And today we're kind of focusing on one of her conducting positions, which is the St. Croix Valley Community Band. But before I get to that, I want to say a welcome to you.
Thank you very much. It's a pleasure to be here.
It's wonderful to be here with a friend, and it's so fun to talk to you about music. Well, first, I thought we would talk about your innovative programming for summer. And that is something you call Summer Sounds in the Valley. You've got a little series going at the William Santry Mansion in Stillwater. I love that mansion. I have been there once on a tour. And I just want to say, to have a concert there, Kris, I'm so excited to go to one of them. I really want to go to all of them, but I've picked one. And could you tell us about that, how that came to be?
Sure, that's wonderful. Mm-hmm. I have been producing lots of concerts in the region for a long time, and it gives me great joy and pleasure to build community in any way possible, not only for the musicians, but for the audience and for our people. And I think the reset of COVID-19 proved to us that we must be intentional about living well. We got all of our challenges. We can't even go there, right? The challenges, but number one, when you take away the opportunity to gather and to share music, so much music fills the soul, and it is therapeutic, and it is, something that musicians can be mindful and community people can gather, and it gives us purpose in life. And since the beginning of time, we've had music and the arts to express our feelings. Now more than ever, we need to do that. So this concert series came about because the St. Croix Valley Symphony Orchestra did not gather in the concert for the year because of COVID, but a few members did. And so I put together some of the people who I knew were really anxious to play that could safely gather, and we started rehearsing. We did do a bit online for the University of Wisconsin River Falls for an orchestra concert. So we did do a digital concert, if you will. And these people said, well, what's next? Let's practice. Can we practice every week? And I said, well, then I'll need to put together some opportunities for us. And so I love the parlor concerts. Isn't that where chamber music started?
Yes, definitely.
It is. I mean, chamber music was for the aristocrats, mm-hmm. and it was in their houses and in their mansions, and it was on their gardens. And so it's this kind of idea of coming back to an intimate setting that's beautiful. And so the William Santry Hill Mansion there is just gorgeous, and it is owned by two people who are wonderful and generous, and I toured it and said, do you want to host some concerts? And they said, we'd love to. And what a gift to be able to see that beautiful space, to enjoy music, and for people to gather for wine, cheese, and chocolate.
Oh, I love that part. And so the first one is July 20th?
It is.
So if you really are interested, you'll have to you'll probably have to go online or make a call or whatever. Yeah. We'll put some information on the screen.
Terrific. So reservations are required because obviously food and wine are affiliated with this event, mm-hmm. and we keep them somewhat intimate.
Yes.
But yes, so that one, and we're using it as kind of a fundraiser as well. So, people will donate to the orchestra for the future season, and some of these musicians will have a purpose to play. We're doing some lovely, lovely stuff by Dvorak, by Mozart, by Bach, by and then some familiar things. What else are we doing? Elgar. So it's actually some lovely music. And I have the honor to play piano for this.
I know what I was going to mention that. So, and you are playing with some string players.
I am.
Okay.
Karen Holmberg Kimball, if you know her,
Yes.
and her husband was a former mayor of Stillwater.
Oh, I know that name.
Yeah, so very involved in the community and with bookstores and everything else. She's a lovely individual. And so then she also is part of the orchestra. And then there is a Michael Miller who is new to our area, got his graduate degree in violin performance in Colorado. So he is a part of it. And then Max Vitullo is also a person who has grown up in this region and come through the ranks and finished his degree from the University of Minnesota and is a string orchestra teacher in St. Paul. So those are my three people and myself on that first concert.
Oh, and the composers you named. I mean, I would go just to hear something by each of them. But then to have strings and piano, that's one of my favorite combinations.
Terrific.
I love it. And I am coming. You know that. I just told you. Okay, so there's another one. Oh, we didn't say the time, but we will. It's 6 o'clock. That was, by the way, July 20th. Now, that's coming up a week from Tuesday, very quickly. And then the very next Tuesday is an opportunity, if you can't come to the first one, whatever, the 27th of July. And what kind of music is featured there?
The American Songbook, which is all your familiar pieces of Frank Sinatra Day and Andy Williams and a variety of Linda Ronstadt even. So it's a variety of songs that you will hear performed by these two women who are going all over the place doing this great music.
Wonderful. I mean, even sounds really good to me. And it sounds like something the audience would really enjoy.
Absolutely.
So well done, Kris.
Thank
you
you.
Put together a wonderful thing there. And I do want to mention the donation suggested is $25, but I'm sure you would accept a check for anything. And that is something we need to put on the screen. Well, I'm really excited about that one. So now, the main focus today for me is to talk to you about the St. Croix Valley Community Band. I don't know how many years you've directed that.
I hate to say that I believe I started in 1983.
Oh my goodness.
That's a lot of years.
And it's so wonderful that you've gone through all those years and given an opportunity to all those musicians. That's the important thing. And so you're playing at RiverFest in Hudson.
Yes, RiverFest is a party with a purpose, is the way the team puts on there. And the party with the purpose is to respect nature, respect the river, the Wild River Act, the valley, and really bring awareness to all the opportunities. One of the things that's been a highlight for me is when they have river cleaning day, and then they take the garbage and put it in this wire guy named Scruffy, and then we put him on display. That's because it shows you that, we really do need to reduce our use of plastics.
Yes.
We really need to be minded about recycling and environmental issues that affect our animals and the river. And we're trying to protect the river. So this is a celebration from a wonderful team of people who put a lot of energy into this. There are displays that begin, I believe it's at 6 o'clock p.m. that are down in the concert or by the band shell. Mm-hmm. And then the community band comes in. Actually, there's activities all week. So we'll get you that website for the RiverFest.
Right.
We want to promote that.
We definitely want to highlight everything about it, but of course, we want to talk about the music. But it's so important what you said. And preserving the beauty of that river is something that really touches my heart, because I do agree with you. It needs to be done and to celebrate it and actually hands-on, kind of like go down to the river and help clean up and so on. And the date's coming up so fast. It starts, well, I've already mentioned July 20th, and it does start that day with the cleaning up. Mm-hmm. But then 2 days later is when you have your concert with your community band. And tell me now, has your band been able to practice or anything?
Yes, we've been practicing
good.
socially distanced at the University of Wisconsin River Falls. We were very happy to be able to be approved for that space because we needed a large space. And it's a wonderful thing. I've again been doing this for 38 years. And so you never know exactly who's going to come in, but you know who your key soloists are. So I build the program from the middle out. And our key soloists this year are Dick Miller. He is a University of Wisconsin River Falls graduate who was a band director, became a financial planner. He's now retired, and he's in 4 ensembles during the summer in the Twin City region, and he's in 4 ensembles when he lives in Naples. He's an amazing man, first-rate guy, and one of his best friends is Gary Bird, who also went to the university together at the same time. And these people really show you the meaning of friendship, priorities, dedication to music, and lifelong learning. So since they were both going to be in the band, they each get featured. So we've got one piece for Dick and 1 piece for Gary. And it brings me ultimate joy to see these gentlemen who have been playing their entire life through, well into retirement, and doing fantastic.
Well, now one question I have is, how does he end up in Naples?
Well, that's just where he winters.
Oh, he winters there. He doesn't really play or...
Yeah, he plays in 4
Oh,
ensembles.
that's
Yep,
right.
So
You
that
said that.
attracts you. So that's,
Wow.
in fact, I said to him, I said, you start looking for some conducting part-time positions.
Yeah, there
I
you
said if I
go.
would ever do something in my retirement, I'd love to have a reason to come down there and work with some of you wonderful people. And he said,
That's great.
it is just such a rich area. And that's what we have here in the St. Croix Valley during the summer, during the
Yes.
year. It's a funny thing because people really have to put their calendars together, plan ahead, and get out and enjoy this music.
Yes.
On the 22nd, I also have another guest, a regional favorite, actually, Colleen Ray.
Oh, wonderful. So you got a vocalist too.
I do. I have a vocalist too, and so we hired someone to make some arrangements because the theme, after talking to the committee for RiverFest, is just, COVID's been this dark umbrella. We need to be happy. So her theme song is she's singing happy.
Oh.
She's singing happy, evergreen, and oh, cool, cool, cool is in the evening. So, and then we had a piece commissioned for this called RiverFest. So a poet wrote words and then put to music by a singer. And now we've got an arranger that has given us a band work for this.
Oh, that's amazing.
So we're trying to build a really creative program that will be something people of all ages want to come here. And of course, this one is free at the Hudson Band Shell, 7 o'clock p.m., but you come early, get your space. And some of the other tunes that we're doing here are one of my favorites. This is the one joy of being the conductor.
Yes, you get to
Spain,
choose.
Spain by the Chick Corea jazz piece.
Oh, my.
Then there's one called Red River Station that is an absolute lift off Copeland's inspiration.
Oh,
So
really?
it sounds open and spatial and
Oh,
inspired.
yes.
Yeah. And then, of course, a few marches. And then we end with polkas because we find after we do a little march to On Wisconsin for the children, that they are then so revved up that we might as well let them polka their way out.
I agree totally.
So joy is what we're trying to instill in our
Exactly.
community. And again, let's rebuild community and relationships.
Well, this is kind of interesting, but when I was teaching elementary music most of my career, I used to teach on Wisconsin to the kids, and they loved it so much. Every day they wanted to sing it, and we just had so much fun. And then when we were composing our school song, I took the melody for On Wisconsin.
Oh, how lovely.
And we did it to that. So that's something I've known my whole career, and I've really enjoyed it because I really enjoy being in Wisconsin.
Me too.
And this is a state that really promotes music.
I agree with that.
And you've been to a lot of conventions, I have, and it's like, it's really a major focus And I love what you said at the beginning of the interview, is that we need music in our souls, especially now because we've been, not able to get out, not able to do our usual singing and playing and so on. So anyway, I compliment you for that.
Well, one aside on that is the Wisconsin School Music Association that you're speaking of.
Yes.
I'm the new leadership chair for lifelong learning. So that's my new platform for speaking for some of the regional clinics and conventions, is because of my work with the community band and the community orchestra.
Yes.
And my adult church choir.
Yes.
What I'm doing is providing opportunities for many people to take those instruments out and make music and fill their souls and get better and improve and share.
Yeah.
To the point where a funny thing happened. On the 4th of July weekend, I was on at a local establishment near my cabin and met these people because I was playing with their children, and and the gentleman said, well, we're going over to dinner, and I said, well, we're going to the same place. So when we got over there, I walked up and I said, well, hi, I'm just going to take another minute, I'm Kris, and I just want to know, how are you and what do you do? What do you like to do? And it ends up the gentleman that I was speaking to, I did not know that he was the founder of Globe University. That was irrelevant.
Oh,
but he
really?
walked up to me and he said, I played the tuba. I said, did you research me in the last half hour between where we were on the beach and where we were eating? And he goes, no, I'm just telling you I'm a tuba player, and that's what I'm doing now in my retirement. And so needless to say, we had this beautiful discussion about his life and how he started as a tuba player, and then that was his aspiration in retirement. We have some other people like that in the band right now. It's a beautiful thing.
That's such a great story. So anywhere you go and everywhere you go, you seem to run into people that are on the same wavelength and just love music so much. Oh, I love that you told us so many of the pieces you're playing. And, every facet of it, you've got such a well-rounded program and so much diversity and just appealing to everyone. And your programming is really spot on, Kris.
That I really spend time on.
I know you do.
I meditate on that. I was working on Christmas today, of all things.
Sometimes boy.
I work backward. Well, you have to do these centerpieces.
Oh, I know.
It's a lot of planning.
That's the way music people have to do.
Yes,
you have to be, right now we're talking fall in one of my choirs, and Christmas is not that far off.
No, I'm already all set for the entire year. Yes, I am.
So now, will things be open at the university?
Yes, they will.
Okay, so you'll be back in the concert hall.
We will be back in Abbott Concert Hall. My coffee concert series will continue on Fridays at noon, free, supported by private donations only.
Yes.
Everything we do is supported by private donations.
Yes.
And that coffee concert series is going to open up with a gentleman named Evren Ozel. And he is the 2021 winner of the Chopin Foundation piano competition in the United States. There's 3 who were forwarded to Poland. Yes. So this will be his last appearance before he boards a plane and goes to Warsaw.
Oh, that's so exciting. I just love Chopin. And as a pianist myself and studying things in college, I love that music, and it is really so difficult.
It's very difficult.
It takes a lot of practice. And wasn't it Van Cliburn that won that one year?
That's correct.
And that was many, many years ago. So just think how many years they've been promoting that.
Yeah, and it catapults your career for a lifetime. So this is a concert pianist, and he's from the Twin Cities region.
Oh, really?
And he's 21 years old. So he's just absolutely amazing.
So he would be playing Chopin, I assume.
He will.
And then would that be a solo performance?
That will be a solo performance that kicks off in September.
I would think so, because I don't know a whole lot that goes with a band or an orchestra. Well, that would be symphony orchestra. But anyway, he's going to have a wonderful career.
He is.
I think that's wonderful that you got him, and that's, good for you. Another coup. Anything else that you want to talk about for summer?
For summer,
Because that's really kind of in the fall, the coffee concerts.
It is. Well, I guess I do have to say this, especially if you don't get out much.
Yeah.
I really encourage you to get and see all the virtual concerts that we created this year.
Yes.
My goodness. There are 8 coffee concerts that were recorded and interviews. What we did this year was take this format and spoke with the artists about their music.
Oh, wonderful.
And some of that is interspersed on those, and we tried to keep them to less than an hour.
Right.
But once again, they're free on the uwrf.edu/coffee concerts or concert series,
Yes.
a virtual concert series. All in all, I think that they said we produced 42 concerts.
Really?
That is what we did this year. So those are on, they're free, they're available. Why would you not? So what I do, I literally watch a concert every other day. And it's not always those. Yes, I've been a part of all those, of course.
Yeah.
But I put it on my calendar and I just fill my soul. And if I'm being blue at all, my goodness, Luciano Pavarotti is my best friend. And I know, rest in peace, he's not here. But his music is like one click away for me.
Yes.
Itzhak Perlman, one click away. And so, yes, we at River Falls did a lot of them. And thousands and thousands of hits. That concert hall fits about 450 people. And we just look at this now that this is a form of outreach that we're never going back. We're going to have to figure out how we bring the music, especially for shut-ins.
Yeah.
I mean, shut-ins and nursing homes, and rather than watching the same videos over and over and over, there's concerts to just nurture you and inspire you. And that's hopefully my gift to the world.
Yeah, and you know what? I often go to YouTube, and I guess they know my likes.
Your preferences.
And they just pop up. And
funny.
it's like, oh my goodness, I could go for hours
You could.
watching this wonderful music. And I do believe one of yours popped up one time. And I think it was the piano player. And she came over to Bayport one night to accompany the choir, and she did a little gig with us at a church. But she is really a solo artist on the piano.
You're speaking about Ji Young Lee.
I am.
And funny, I just emailed her before I came here. And she is a concert pianist who lives in Woodbury, Minnesota, who is absolutely first rate. Stuck here, of course, for a whole year. Without being able to travel, and she had international concerts everywhere. She is the most beautiful, polite, kind, lovely person. And our first concert back was her, and I had her at Shepherd of the Valley.
Yes.
And so I did a live stream just kind of on a whim. Like I thought, oh, well, here we are. Why not? Let's try Facebook Live.
Right.
And I had 50 people in the audience, which was an invitation audience because we were trying out spatially distanced, making sure we're following all the rules. So I couldn't really open it to the whole world. So I thought, a live stream. We had 250 people watch that concert with us. And from all over. I mean,
amazing.
I got communication from friends in Seoul, from friends in Madison, people in England. And it was like, how did you know that? But they just happened to be looking at my phone. And then there they were. It was such a joy. Anyway, that person has been spending her year recording concerts and building up her website.
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful. And just, what a lovely person, like you said. And that is so neat that you could have her as part of your concert series and your Shepherd of the Valley series. Well, we're not really talking about that a whole lot today.
No, we aren't.
But, we could go on, but it's almost time to end the interview. So I just want to say I hope our audience got a lot of ideas for attending some wonderful music events. And don't forget the community band. It's very popular. I know that even at my house. And I want you to know that you can come to the park and attend that on the 22nd of July. what's the time? 7?
7 p.m.
7 o'clock. So please take advantage of some of these concerts. And I hope you enjoyed the interview. I know I enjoy a lot talking to my friend, Kris Tjornehoj. So she'll be back again sometime. She's been on the show before. So thank you for watching today. And I hope you got some ideas and some things you can commit to in the future.
Thank you.
Thank you, Kris.